Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Wednesday, May 9th, 2018. The past 14 days have shown a pretty good drying trend across much of northern and central Nevada and even up into portions of central and southwest Idaho. We did see a little swath of precipitation move over southern Nevada and even up into southern and central Utah. But the big story here is that really dry signal over much of western and southern Idaho and northern and central Nevada. This definitely has an impact on our snowpack. Here I'm showing the snow depth images for April 9th on the left and May 9th today on the right, just to compare how those changes have occurred in the snowpack over the last month with some of these warm conditions. The most significant changes have occurred over Utah, with much of the snowpack decreasing or being removed completely. Really just the Uintas seem to still have a fair amount of snow up there. And then there's also been a fairly significant decrease in snowpack over the central Idaho mountains and over the higher elevations of southeast Idaho. This is in part due to that really warm trend we've seen and lack of precipitation over the last 14 days. All of these values for snowpack are significantly below normal for the time of year, and we are seeing that rapid snow melt again over the central Idaho mountains. This morning's satellite imagery shows a band of clouds moving through Utah today. As those clouds move off to the east, we'll see significantly warmer temperatures move into the region. Near record temperatures are expected over much of Utah today, with highs in the upper 80s. Warm temperatures will abound across much of the region, although they won't be quite as high elsewhere. There may be a chance for some light precipitation over the central Idaho mountains later today. The main feature we're looking at here in the satellite imagery is this area of low pressure that's still a little ways off the Pacific coast. That's going to be dropping further south and moving through the Great Basin this weekend. For today, looking for generally sunny skies later this afternoon as that band of clouds move through, warm temperatures and high ventilation rates. Moderate winds are expected across much of the area with high mixing heights. More of the same is expected on Thursday, although we will see some of the influence of that area of low pressure dropping into Idaho, and we could see an increase in some higher elevation showers there in the central Idaho mountains. Ventilation rates remain high. Gusty winds really pick up over southeast Utah on Thursday ahead of that area of low pressure, with those winds out of the southwest. And mixing heights remain pretty good across most of the geographic area. By Friday, we'll see the center of that low pressure dive south into the Great Basin with a significant decrease in temperatures region-wide. Highs across the valleys will be down into the 60s, and a good chance for precipitation mainly over the north and eastern portions of the region. Ventilation rates still remain high. Those transport winds again will be strongest over southeast Utah, but we'll see some of those strong northerly winds in place also over western Idaho and into northern Nevada. Mixing heights remain high. With these transport winds and high mixing heights over the next few days, we expect the forecasted clearing index over Utah to remain very high and favorable for burning conditions. 3-day precipitation accumulations are shown here, with the best chance for precipitation really coming to the mountains of central Idaho and over into western Wyoming, and then also seeing that band move into northern and central Utah. Precipitation could linger on Saturday as that area of low pressure remains in place. Temperatures will still stay on the cool side into Saturday, with highs maybe in the upper 50s or low 60s. Ventilation rates remain pretty good. The low still hangs around for Mother's Day, keeping temperatures cooler with increased cloud cover across much of the region and high ventilation rates. The low starts to weaken on Monday, and we'll see temperatures beginning to increase. And then it finally lifts off to the north by Tuesday, with continued warming temperatures region-wide. The precipitation accumulations for days 4 and 5 show some of that precipitation continuing to linger into the first part of next week, including on Sunday, and we will see some of that precipitation fill into northern and central Nevada on Sunday and into the first part of next week. So the next couple days will be warm and dry, but as we move into the weekend and the first part of next week, much of the northern 2/3 of the region should see some precipitation and definitely cooler temperatures. The climate prediction outlook for the extended period moving to the third week of May, is calling for above normal temperatures region-wide, although not looking for that really strong bullseye over the Great Basin that we have seen. And above normal chances for precipitation, again covering northern Utah and up into southern Idaho and western Wyoming. This concludes today's smoke dispersion briefing. Please check back on Friday for the latest updates.